Questions for these guys, please raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you, Josh, with the first one.
TJ, how tiring a day is that, being on the field for 91 snaps, and how do you think you guys held up?
Yeah, it was pretty tiring. They ran a lot of plays. I just saw it was 91 plays. That's a lot of snaps. But the defense handled it very well. We came out there. We were very mature. It goes to the offseason condition and, of course, our fans. We played off their energy, and that kept us going.
How much poise does it take to give up those yards without letting that sort of get into your head and to stick to the game plan of playing well in the red zone?
Yeah, we just had to just buckle down. You know, when it got to the red zone, when it counted, we just had to lock into our assignments, lock into our keys, and just execute the game plan.
Anything else for these guys? Josh again, and then
Mason, how do you think Brandon handled his first start?
Brandon did an outstanding job. He really did. He coming in, you know, as a true freshman, he had poise, he had leadership. You know, I really appreciate what he did today. And also, I want to, you know, give a special shout out to our fans. I mean, they were amazing. They were absolutely amazing. We fed off them all game.
TJ, I don't know if you're on the field for either one of the interceptions in the red zone, but what was your perspective on those and maybe what you saw as they were?
Oh, yeah, those guys, Chris and Jamarcus, made big plays. We needed those plays, and they broke in the ball, read their assignments, and just balled out. So I was very happy for them to get off the field. They didn't score, but for them, they did a great job.
And Mason, as you're, I assume, watching on the sideline, what do you see as those two plays unfold?
Yeah, I see a defense that doesn't give up. You know, we feed off them just like they feed off us, and it was amazing to see them go out there and, you know, they drive the ball, but they just could not cross that pylon, which, you know, the defense did a heck of a job today.
Josh and Ben.
Mason, how do you think the offensive line played today?
We played all right. We have a lot of things to improve on. You know, it's still an ongoing process, and we're looking forward to get back into work tomorrow.
TJ, just what is it kind of like going through a game where do you have to kind of keep faith that, you know, you guys were given, you know, maybe 10 or 15 yards at a time through some stretches, but just kind of stay with the game plan that eventually if they get to the red zone, you'll tighten up?
Yeah, we just need to stick to what we know. You know, it came down to just coaching and us following through the game plan. And it shows when we follow through the game plan, understand our assignments, read our keys, and execute. Big plays happen like that.
Let's go over there.
Mason, you guys talked a lot about starting quickly this week. How did it feel just for A.J. Turner to jump out to a big kickoff return to start the game?
I mean, that's awesome. You know, that's how you'd like start off every game. You know, but one thing that we're going to emphasize is, you know, we started fast, but we also got to finish fast. You know, we didn't score, but 3 points in the second half, and then we gotta step that up.
Mason, you talked about Brandon's poise and maturity. Just what's he like in the huddle pre-snap, and just what do you see from him there?
Brandon's a very, very confident and calm guy. You know, you can look in his eyes, you can tell he's not antsy, you can tell he's not nervous. He trusts his skill set, he trusts his front line, and he likes to go out there and execute. Heck of a ball player.
Anything else for these guys? Got Rick in the middle.
As seniors, how big is it to come back and win your home opener, especially after the disappointment of last week?
It was definitely big, you know. We always want to go out on top. I always want to give back to the school. And they've given us so much as seniors. And now just to be able to go out there and get the win, our first home game and Coach Muschamp's first home game, it's just awesome experience today.
And just piggyback off what TJ said, you know, the university and the state and the city has already given us so much over the past 5 years, and we can't say how much we appreciate that. And it's just great to go out there and put on a show for our crowd and get that first home win.
John.
Guys, Coach Muschamp said he wants to know how you guys are going to respond going into this week, you know, getting back on the road. How big is this week of preparation, you know, heading back out onto the road?
It's definitely going to be a challenge. You know, any road game in the SEC is always a challenge. And we're going to Kentucky. They're a really good ball game. It's going to be a night game. And it's just going to take a lot for us to, you know, get over this win, 24-hour rule, get over it, and prepare like we did last week. Just lock in and focus into our assignments.
Last one for these guys.
Mason, you talked about getting off to a quick start, especially with this read option being such a vital part of y'all's offense. What were some of the things that ECU did in the second half? They certainly got some penetration What were some of the things they were doing and adjustments they made?
They were bringing a weak side blitz that we were expecting to happen, and we just needed to make a few adjustments in the interior. And after we did that, I mean, you guys saw it in the fourth quarter. We just started breaking it off, and then we kept pounding them in the middle. And that last play with Dave and with that option, hit him outside, and it goes for what, 25, 30. So, I mean, that's all. It's all cumulative.